Morning, folks.
Morning.
Ah.
What do you have to say today?
Yeah.
Honey?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, mainly, we're going to answer a couple of questions that Maggie asked.
All right.
Although not one of them was a question, but not the other, sure. She said that view from the, in Scarborough, the Oliver's Mount.
Yeah.
You could see the Grand Hotel.
Yeah, you can. We stayed there.
Yeah. Well, that's the story I was going to tell her.
Short time.
Yeah, very short time. Years and years ago, I think would it be in the 90s? Sometime in the 90s, I think.
How old were our Tracy?
I don't know.
She was with us, wasn't she?
Yeah. 9?
Yeah, maybe.
About 9.
Some time ago then, isn't it?
My mum and dad were recommended the Grand Hotel in Scarborough. By a neighbour. So we went with them and we booked. We were in our car, weren't we? That wasn't the time we went with them in their car. We were in our car and my dad. I remember my dad had a car on mobility at that time, because he'd had 2 heart attacks by then. And we met him at the Grand, and we went in, and it's a beautiful building, and the interior is just exquisite, especially the entrance, the foyer where you go in, and you won't believe it. But they'd built a boxing ring, or wrestling ring in the foyer. Set up this wrestling ring in the foyer. And we checked in, and straight away we were a bit dubious because we were queuing up to go into dining room, weren't we? It was just like being at Butlins.
Yeah, but they took us to his room, and it seemed as though we were like in a basement.
Yeah.
And there were pipes running. It didn't look a very nice room at all.
No,
it looked like servants' quarters.
Yeah, it did. It did.
It wasn't very nice. And Tracy was in with us, because she was only small. Then we met your dad and mum to go for dinner, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were told that we were the second sitting. And we were queuing up to go up these steps and into the dining room, and nobody showed us where it were a big dining room, and nobody showed us where this table was on.
No.
Did they? So we had to find it ourselves. And
what, the tablecloth all
it was
stained.
It were all
from
funky.
Previous.
Oh, I don't know whether it was previous sitting or sitting before that. It just looked manky. And then they started to bring us
as food
round, didn't they?
Yeah.
And the plates on a thing that they were carrying round, and they put it on the table. And we looked at it, and it were a pork chop, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
It were a pork chop with tinned new potatoes, tinned carrots, and tinned peas, I think.
Tinned everything.
Everything was tinned. And then they came round with gravy, and you know when you were at school and you used to get custard on your pudding, and they came round with tin jug? Well, that's what it was like with gravy.
We it wasn't what we were expecting. No. and halfway through all this, the blooming photographer come, wanted to take photographs of us.
Yeah, what we were eating is...
We were really annoyed. We weren't going to... We told him
off
to clear off. We weren't interested in that. We spent night. And my mum and dad, I suppose we didn't hear no, because we were in the basement. Well, it was like being in its cellar. But my mum and dad were woken up at crack of dawn by a tractor going along the beach, gathering all litter up or something. Anyway,
5 o'clock.
My mum and dad weren't happy at all, and we went into office and we complained. We said that this was not. Oh, that wasn't it the night? That night
yeah,
we went into the ballroom.
Yeah, thinking we'd get a bit of entertainment and something.
And Cilla Black turned up, not to perform or anything, just as a guest or something.
I don't know.
And they cleared us all out. They said, you're going to have to leave.
Well, they told us we had to leave. I don't know about anybody else, but Cilla Black were coming. I don't know whether she was going to do a turn or what.
I have no idea.
That was their excuse, that Cilla Black was there, and we'd have to leave the concert room. So we weren't happy about that, were we?
And we'd gone for a walk, and when we come back, they'd had a delivery at Grand Hotel, and it were all this tinned potatoes and carrots and stuff that were all in boxes outside, you know.
Waiting to go in.
And we went into office and we complained about it. And anyway, they give us a proportion of us money back.
Yeah.
Obviously, they charged us for stay with Dad.
Well, we'd gone for a walk to look for somewhere else to stay.
Right.
And we'd found the little bungalow.
The Bolton Hotel. Boston. The Boston Hotel we found,
Hotel. Small place, but
yeah.
Much nice.
Yeah, much nicer.
It were Edna's and Lewis's anniversary.
Yeah.
And we'd gone out and we bought one of these, you know, these stands, pot stands with a plant pot on top that you put a plant in and it stands in your hallway.
Yeah.
We bought them one of them.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And the Boston Hotel produced a card for them for their anniversary and a cake.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
They went overboard.
Yeah, it was really
a
nice.
Hotel.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So we found out after that it had been bought by Butlins.
The
Grand Hotel.
Grand Hotel.
So that's why it was the way it was.
Yeah.
Well, sort of run on the lines of.
A Butlins.
Well, there's our story.
I don't know
about
whether they still own it or what, but.
No, I don't. The Grand Hotel.
I mean, it looks such a magnificent building when you see it. And we've been to Scarborough since, haven't we? And stayed in another little hotel that was very nice. Opposite the...
on the south end.
On the south end, yeah. Opposite the spa, is it called?
I don't know.
It's where they do comedy shows and have theatre groups and things on.
It was really nice, that.
Yeah.
We just went for one night.
I think it was near Christmas, wasn't it?
It was. We had a Christmas tree.
Christmas tree.
Up.
And they offered us a
free glass of wine.
Free glass of wine when we arrived.
Yeah.
And said, help yourself to the...
somewhat bar. Where you
put your money in and get a drink.
Oh, it was like an honesty box thing.
It was lovely in that room, wasn't it? With Christmas tree up.
Yeah, it was. Fire going. We were on our own, weren't we?
I think we just called it on spec, haven't we?
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah. Yeah, we had. And that was...
Oh?
No, is this my box?
Is this your box? We'll wait and see, folks. He's coming. I won't turn you off because if I touch the phone, it'll probably never work again. Because you know what I'm like with technology. I can't even answer Trevor's phone. It's a bit of a nightmare trying to think which way to... Do I flick the green? Do I flick the red? He tells me and I always forget. How are you all doing out there? Are you keeping well? What about you, John and Edith?
It's in my books.
Oh, isn't it?
They haven't arrived.
Oh, what was that then?
Labour Party.
Oh.
Must be a local election going on.
Oh, Labour Party.
They're about to get elected, aren't they? I would have thought.
Oh dear. What did she say?
She wanted to talk to me, but I said we were just in the middle of breakfast.
Right.
Right.
I bet you got breakfast at 11:15.
Oh,
Tracy hasn't had hers yet.
it's Saturday.
Oh yes.
Why not? Right, 20th of September 2016. We're down in Cornwall, aren't we?
Oh.
Miserable morning, but not cold. We set off for Marazion. The traffic... Oh, I read that.
Oh, are we on this side?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, no. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Got to the site and set up. Yeah, that very primitive site.
Right. So you read that.
Yeah, Marazion Hotel. Reflecting on my childhood when in 1954. Right, yeah, I said, Tom.
Why did you put your ribbon in that page then?
I don't know. On one occasion, drove with my mother and brother to the same place. The distance from Leeds is massive, yet this did not deter them. Yeah, I mean, driving to Marazion from Leeds in a Ford 10 in the 50s, with no motorways at all. Had to drive through every town.
Yeah, stopped in lay-bys.
Yeah, we did. We had a couple of hours kip in a lay-by. 1.5 days it took.
To get there?
Yeah. I remembered on our way back waking up to the sound of my dad being sick. He got out at car. Something dropped. He had an ulcer, duodenal ulcer, did my dad at that time. Eventually had to have an operation. He had a massive scar. I remember some years later we were on a beach somewhere and my dad had taken his shirt off and it was like a zip with this scar. What way down here? And just for a duodenal ulcer operation. Times have changed, haven't they? 21st. Didn't sleep well last night. Lay thinking, this plan to be doomed to disaster. I did. We went to Penzance this morning. It's far bigger and better than I thought it was. Delightful garden, fishing boats, lovely houses. Drove to Newlyn, had fish and chips.
Oh, they were gorgeous.
Gorgeous fish and chips.
So at Newlyn, I have to remember that.
At Newlyn.
They were lovely, weren't they?
Yeah.
Really nice fish.
And we've in Penzance we found this garden and it was full of the kind of plants you see in
tropical gardens.
Tropical garden centres, that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't indoors, it were outdoors. And I was saying to Pat, they must have milder winters.
We didn't even know that garden was there.
No,
did we? We just having a wander.
We just found it by chance, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we've been to Penzance before, but
Yeah.
didn't know
Didn't
about
know
that.
about that, no.
Yeah.
We had a walk round the quay and it was a functioning fish quay.
Yeah, fishing.
Was Newlyn.
Fishing boats.
Yeah. Then drove to Lidl to do some shopping. Booked another couple of nights here. The couple running the park are really nice. Even though he had Elson shampoo. Shampooed his hair with Gromor.
They didn't actually, they just lived on this site during the summer, were it?
Yeah.
Because they had animals there and they needed to be looked after. But in the winter they had a house in another village somewhere, didn't they? Him and his auntie.
Yeah.
So they lived in caravan on. Yeah, they lived in caravan, didn't they, during summer?
Yeah.
I think that what way around it was.
Yeah. Something like that. The 22nd, I woke to a blue sky after once again waking in the night thinking of what will happen in the future. We drove to Mousehole in the sun and parking on the edge we walked in and had our picnic in the harbour. Lovely. We then walked round all the little lanes, bought an ice cream and began the walk back to the car. Drove to Paul, Paul, and had a beer outside the pub. There was a strange little garden that seemed Roman Catholic, but also wonders how things will work out. Lovely day. I think that's the pub where the guy broke down. He couldn't get into his car. You know, these key fob thing. His car wouldn't open and he called the AA. And he were baffled as well. He couldn't get in either. But I thought they sort of slid something down
the window
or something to get in. Save that for another day. That
right.
You see, we were full of misgivings and doubts, weren't we?
Yeah.
About what we were doing, even though we were doing it. We were very, very unsure about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we any more sure?
Are we any more sure?
17 minutes. So I've got a poem, a John Cooper Clarke poem for you.
Little
one. Egghead. It's called Egghead. With his store-bought haircut and his excellent posture, what's a guy like that gonna cost you? What's a guy like that gonna cost you? The horn-rimmed hunk in the salt and pepper tweed. Very, very clever indeed. Alan Ford, PhD, took my baby away from me. Egghead, Jimmy College, Professor, love rat, not that solid. Egghead, Jimmy College, you could say he liked done the knowledge.
Done the knowledge.
He liked done the knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been to college.
Yeah.
Been
to college, done the knowledge.
Yeah.
Who wears a wise guy hat? You can't buy class like that. Seems like the cerebral type, puffing on that pensive pipe. Alan Ford, PhD, took my baby away from me. Now look here, and furthermore, are all he ever says. When at home with a weighty tome, I imagine he wears a fez. Running with the A-team through the halls of academe, I ought to let them be, this time, the laughs on me. Alan Ford, PhD, took my baby away from me. Egghead, Poindexter, sturdy briar for extra texture. Egghead, Hector Schmector, friend only to the schmuck detector, friend only to the schmuck detector. Silver temples and the ghost of a beard, all slightly engineered. He turns women weird. My picture's queered, even I can see, and I don't even have a GCSE. Alan Ford, PhD, took my baby away from me.
What Alan Ford?
Alan Ford, don't know who he is.
Right, he wasn't a politician or...
No, I don't think
America.
so.
Oh.
Oh, just some guy in Lancashire where he lived, or London.
All right.
Where did he been? But
Right. Hmm.
he actually went out with the singer from Velvet Underground.
Oh, did he?
I think he lived with her for a while.
Right.
But I understand she... Am I being right here? That she died young.
Did she?
No.
Oh, I don't know that.
No, I don't know
Might
for sure
seem.
about that. Might be
Yeah,
speaking out of turn there.
might be.
So, well, we did a bit of shopping yesterday afternoon.
Oh, yes.
We went to get Ernie some food and got some more veg at Morrison's, didn't we?
Yeah. Potatoes.
And
For tomorrow.
they had
They've got street vendors, like
down one side.
little market down one side where you can buy different kinds of food. And Trevor clapped his eyes on something.
I stuck my nose in to smell this big round dish tray thing with food on it sizzling away, and I went and had a smell, and this young girl said, can I get you anything? And I said, oh, I'm just having a smell at this food here. And she said, would you like to try a bit? I said, what, you mean a little sample? She says, yeah. I said, yeah, I won't mind. So
he says, I'm not intending buying any today, but
I'll
try some. Thank you.
Of course, I'm very curious. So we walked off and I had this little tub and I ate something and it was absolutely gorgeous. By the time we got to the top of the aisle, I'm smacking my lips, saying to Pat, I really like that.
I think we'll have some.
Go and get some then. So I went and bought a carton. I had it for tea last night. Pat couldn't handle it.
It was too hot for me.
It was a Korean hot pot.
Mm.
That's what they called it, a Korean hot pot.
Yeah.
Too hot for Pat. I ate it. I thought it was lovely.
He only had half though.
Yeah, well, £6, which I thought were a lot, but there's enough for me for 2 meals.
Mm.
Or there would have been enough for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could have eaten it. I had ham, egg and chips.
Yeah. which is mine.
When he saw me eating it, he said, I could have eaten that.
Yeah, I would. Look quite...
Smacking his lips.
I missed out there, yeah. Can't have both, can you?
No, you got your treat.
Yeah. But I think we're going out today to pick up a present for David.
Yeah.
That Tracy's bought from... No. Screwfix. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the video. That's it, isn't it?
That's what we've got to do.
That's what we've got to do. 23 minutes. We better pack it in.
Yeah, I've got to
Okay, folks. So I heard something clatter on the floor. I wonder if it's my books.
We'll be waiting forever.
See you tomorrow.